Hi guys, my name is Kayode Adeyemi. In this video, I'll take you through how to set up a Terraform code. So what is Terraform? Terraform is an infrastructure as code on which you use ACL as is use ACL syntax for creating resources. So in this template, we will actually be provision S3 buckets on AWS cloud. So for you to start with, you have to have your file name. Most cases we use main.tfi. However, you can use any name.tfi. Terraform is smart enough to know your entry point. So let's move on. So the major three components here is your resources. You can have as many resources. We are just creating S3 bucket. Then Terraform block, where you actually create your state. State could be local state or remote state. Then the next one is provider. So where are you actually creating your resources? So we are creating our resources on AWS. Can have as many provider. For the benefit of this video, we will be creating S3 bucket on S3 bucket on AWS. So there are two ways to log in to AWS. So you can log in on your CLI, use AWS configure, which will ask you your access key, your secret key. But in my case here, we want to log in using the provider, and we have our login details. So this is my login details. So yeah, and for the Terraform block, the backend is where you create your state. So a state have two phases. We have the actual state and the desired state. So in my case here, this is my bucket name and this is my state file name. So yeah, I want to give my bucket a name, give it a name, then concatenate it with the environment where I'm creating the bucket, and an identifier, a unit identifier, which is a number, which is timestamp. Then I'm getting the numbers. Then I'm creating this in this region. So the region where I actually create my credentials. Actually, it doesn't have to be the same region. Then I also give it a tag. Tag is actually optional. The benefit of tag is to group my resources. So yeah, I'm creating this in this environment, which is dev. So you can have dev, staging, and production. Benefit of tag is helps you to group your resources. You can have it in dev environment, staging, and production. And one of the benefit of this is it helps you to group your resources and have a clear understanding how much it costs for different environments. Yeah, so we also have the output file. So the output file helps you to print out what resources you want to print out. In our case here, we need the bucket domain name. Then I add it with this value, which is HTTPS. And also we can have as many outputs here. So I'll print this out, you see it. Yeah, so then the next phase is the variable name. So we have the variable. So these are the variables which I will need in my main.tf file. Yeah, so that is that on how to set up Terraform. A quick note here: if you don't have all this file name and you run Terraform init, so Terraform will throw this error to you to tell you Terraform initiate an empty directory. So which means there's no file to work with. So in our case here now, we have those files. So I'll run the command Terraform init. So what happened here, it will download the dependencies for AWS and also initiate my state file in this in this bucket. So this is where my state file is saved. So one of the benefits for remote state is that you can have many engineers making some modification in this code on GitHub or GitLab, and the benefit of encrypt helps you to lock your file so that your state file does not get corrupted. So now I've run Terraform in it. The next command I do run is Terraform plan. So Terraform plan gives me an overview of what resources I want to create. So let's wait for it. So it's refreshing my state. I've actually created some state for the purpose of this demo. So we might actually be updating this bucket name. So now, so this is what I want to add, update, and delete. So the next command is Terraform apply dash auto approve. I always auto approve my Terraform. So it also helps me for CI/CD so that I don't have to actually input yes or no after I've preview my resources. So this will help me to provision my bucket. So it's deleting the old one and creating a new one. This won't take much of our time. Yeah, we are done. So we just create an S3 bucket, and that is all for that. Yeah. Then we have this file. So this file helps you to pass in some default value which you might need creating your resources, in our case the S3 bucket, and some of the login credentials. So that is the basis on how to set up your Terraform code. Thank you for watching my video. Once again, my name is Kyle Adeyemi.